Hey everybody, this is Nick at Maker Playground. Welcome to another Tool Tuesday. So in the past we've talked about the biscuit or the plate joiner, and the purpose of this tool is basically to create a little slot that you could put a biscuit in two pieces of board. It's going to hold them together, kind of help with alignment and help with your glue up. I am fascinated with the evolution of tools and kind of where we've come in even a pretty short time. So a neat thing is to see how this biscuit joiner has evolved into this Festool domino joiner. So the domino made by Festool, this is not a Maker Playground tool, but hint, hint, wink, wink, Festool, if you want, we would love to have some. This is a great tool for all kind of aspiring woodworkers or professional woodworkers that really want to make their joinery a lot faster. The domino joiner, however, has basically taken this idea and the mechanics of a plate joiner and married it with a mortiser. So a mortiser makes a mortise, which is a hole that a tenon, which is a kind of a post, will go into. So a traditional mortise and tenon joinery is where you kind of have a peg or a post going into a hole, and this used to be that you were carving both of these either with a chisel or drilling out and then chiseling out. And then they came out with powered mortisers, which works kind of like a router table. It's going to mechanically, with a power bit, go in and cut this mortiser, or cut this mortise here. This is what the domino joiner does, but it does it with the mechanics of a plate joiner, so I can do it very fast and I don't have to set up my tool every time. So this, instead of having a slot cutter in our plate joiner, I have a little mortising bit here that if I were to turn it on, you'd actually see as it spins around, it's going to travel back and forth and carve out that mortise, and that looks like one of these. So I can either go larger or smaller depending. The mechanics of it working are very similar. I've got a guide plate here that I can set my depth on, and then I can bring it to my piece of material and just push in, plunge it in. That bit's going to carve out a nice little mortise for these floating tenons instead of these biscuits. The cool thing about that, I showed you a second ago kind of like how well a biscuit joins. I'm not knocking biscuits here. They're fine. They do, you know, kind of what they were designed to do. But if I put this together and I let go, you can see it's pretty loose and it falls apart. That's all the strength it really offers prior to glue up, and you can imagine that even when it is glued, it doesn't have quite that much strength. Now, these floating mortises of a domino joiner, if I put them together, just like that, that's nice and stable. I can wiggle it around, nothing's gonna happen. So I just did kind of like a panel glue up style. If I wanted to put two boards together in a T shape, this one, similar deal, still a nice, more sturdy joint than if I were to try to use a biscuit joiner. So this kind of replaces traditional joinery in a lot of things that I would want to do. If you're building like a desk, a bed, or anything like that, a kind of a standard furniture piece, this is a much faster way to do it. Anyway, if you have any questions about the tools that we have, tools in general, please drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching.